Hi guys, you're welcome to the Lore Studios. This is another episode of Android programming. We'll be talking about the music streaming from server, which serves as an Android universal player. This application uses JSON file where music title, album art, categories, music link are being stored. It also uses the Chromecast that enables streaming of audio sounds to speaker wirelessly through Wi-Fi connection or Bluetooth. The application categorizes audio files to its particular genre. Much credit goes to Google for supplying this demo, which serious development could be built on top of it. I'll be moving straight to Android Studio, where I have the source file of this particular application, and I'll be explaining some basic modules right in this app. Right there in Android Studio, first of all, the build Gradle, the module app session. I would like to talk about some major dependencies that were used in this particular application. First of all, the Android support wearable. We have the Android support card view. We have the media router, the Android support leanback, and some text compile, which is actually from the market core, and some support annotations. This talked about dependencies are very important. The wearable is actually supported wearable. We have for the card view, we have for the media router, and for leanback. From here, I'll be moving to the layout files of this particular application. We'll talk about the activity player XML. This is a drawer layout. The application is actually going to have a drawer layout UI. Well, we assign an ID to it called drawer layout with a layout with an height match parent. It fits system windows. True, yes. So it's going to fit the system windows. It calls the context the music player activity Java class. Right inside the drawer layout, we have a relative layout whereby they include the layout, which is the include toolbar. We actually included the toolbar inside this particular relative layout. Afterwards, the frame layout follows with an ID of container, whereby we are trying to align it appropriately, the layout below the ID, which is going to be below the toolbar container, and it's going to be above the controls container, which is actually going to be the audio controls. The card view follows the support version 7 widget card view, while the ID assigned to this card view is controls container, and the card elevation is 8 dp. Right inside this, we have a fragment, which is the playback controls fragment. This actually displays just like a bottom sheet, whereby this fragment actually controls the playback. Either pause, and they click on this particular fragment, brings up the larger screen of the art of the particular music being played, whereby you're going to see the MP3 banner, and you're going to see the ability to pause, the ability to fast forward, and the ability to drag backwards. From this playback controls fragment, you get to see the larger screen. A closing card view, a closing relative layout, and we have for the navigation view, which is assigned an ID to it called nav view, and it's calling the menu drawer, so you can as well add up to the drawer menu, right there in the menu XML. So a closing drawer layout, which is the parent tag of this particular activity. After this, we'll be looking at the activity full player. This is a relative layout, which actually fits window, and the background is black. It has an image view from the background image as the ID. The content description says the background image for album art, which is calling from the string XML. Right there, we have a relative layout with a background of full screen PG gradient. We're actually going to see that in the drawable folder. A text view follows, which we assign an ID to it for the line 1 text view. Another text view for the line 2, which is ellipsized as end. We have another text view, which is for line 3. A linear layout follows that makes its visibility to be invisible at the time of display. Right inside this linear layout, we have a relative layout that has a text view of start text as an ID, which is for the first, and also a seek bar. You know, that seek bar is actually going to handle the let's say the increase of, or let's say the fast forward of the music, and when you have to drag backwards, you know, when you just want to increase the music to like 2 minutes, you can actually drag the seek bar to that particular duration. So that's what the seek bar is actually doing here. We have a text view that follows with an end text and the closing relative layout. Right inside this, we have another linear layout. This is right inside the opening relative layout over here. Now this linear layout has an image view of previous, you know, for play and for next. This is actually doing two things: for play or pause, which you can see the content description, play or pause, and the other one is for next. So these are all just controlling the music state at the present time. We have a progress bar that scrolls, that continue to roll, because you're actually going to be fetching music files from the server, you know, with the help of the JSON file that connects to the server. You actually, the progress bar will roll in the course of fetching another music file from the server. We have the Android support toolbar, which is actually with a theme of style, the theme of a layup compact. And we have a pop-up view right there and a background of full screen toolbar gradient. From here, let's look at the fragment list, which is a relative layout as well. The layout with an height match parent. It has a card view of playback error as an ID, and the visibility is gone at the moment, so it's going to show if there is a playback error. It has a text view of the error message and a closing card view. What about the list view is going to actually list out the items with an ID of list underscore view. Let's get to look at the playback controls. This is also a relative layout where there are padding of 80 dp at the 4 sides, top, bottom, left, and right. It has an image of the album art as the album art of the particular music in question. The linear layout follows inside this relative layout with an ID of content, or wrap content for the width and height. It has a text view that has the text of the best music ever in the best, that's like the best music, calling from the string XML with a title, you know, that's the title of each music. We have the artist. These are the particular IDs that will be used in the JSON, in the key value pairs. Because a JSON fetch will have a title. We'll get to look at that afterwards. We have an artist name. It's going to have an extra information, and probably it's going to have some links to where the music is on the server. We have the image button for the play and pause. From here, we'll be going straight to the Java classes, where we have some packages, because this is a robust application, to be precise. It's not actually just for a newbie in Android development. You should have gotten to the level of intermediate before you can actually play around with this particular source code. It has a subpackage of model, playback, UI, and utilities. Just like trying to do a sort of MVC approach to Android development, which is the model, view, and controller. In the model, we'll try to talk about the remote JSON source. This is where we get the JSON file as a string, which is called the catalog URL, or the catalog URI rather. So this is actually from the storage, Google APIs.com, automotive media, music.json. Let's get to look at what this JSON file contains. You can say there's that the first tag is the music, the key values, there's the key and there's the value, a title, album, artist, genre, source, image, the track number, the total track count, duration, and the site where the music will be streamed from, which is from youtube.com, audio library, music. So you can as well modify this to suit your JSON file or to suit your music storage on the cloud. So this particular site can be where you have your music stored and it's going to actually going to stream it. Basically MP4, MP3 rather, MP3 music. Because if you look at the source, it's in MP3 format. So you can decide to have your image, your JPEG, album art, give it a title, You can even link where the artist probably is on the server as well. You give it a link to where it is. Form your JSON file. And you can continue to update this from the backend. As time goes on, probably you've added more and more playlist or music to your server. You extract the JSON and it's actually going to synchronize and read it from the UI, which is from the front end of the application, which is the Android app. Now we're still going to declare a private static final fields for each key values. For the first key is the music, the title, the album, the artist, genre, source, image, track number, total track count, and duration. So you can just look at it how JSON is being consumed in an Android application using the key value pairs. Now we have the iterator, while we have the try and catch method. First of all, you get the catalog URI. You substring it. You create a JSON object to fetch the JSON from URI. Now it's going to come in the form of array list, definitely. So if the JSON object is not equals to null, it's going to get the JSON array. So there's going to be a for loop on this JSON based on the JSON track length, and they're going to add the build from JSON to get the JSON object, pass the J, which is the counter variable, and the path, which is the catalog URI. Now you have to return the track iterator. Now an exception can be thrown. Probably it could not retrieve the music list, or there's a runtime exception which also could not retrieve the music list. So you have to build from JSON based on the title. Now you need to assign this by getting the string, because you might have gotten these values from the JSON. Now you need to assign it to variables, artist, genre, source, and the URL to the icon, which is the image. So it can be an icon URI or URL, and now you put it. So the media is stored relative to JSON file using the HTTP network core. Now you're going to add the music source to the media metadata, and consequently using it in the media session is not a good idea for a real world music app, because the session metadata can be accessed by notification listeners. This is done in this particular sample. So you have to put to string the metadata key media, the track source, the key album, all in all. So this is where the JSON, the fetch JSON from URL method, which was used over here. Can you get it? Which also has the try and catch, which is the URL connection. Getting the buffered reader to actually do the hard work right there. That's cool. Let's get to look at some music service of this particular application, which extends the media browser service compact and implements the playback manager and playback service callback. No. So to make the app more responsive, you're going to fetch the catalog information now. This can help the response time in the method. That's what this chunk is actually doing. Now you're going to start a new media session. With the new media session being instantiated, also to the context, the try and catch follows that could not create a media notification manager because there is going to be a notification bar, which is actually going to be like a music player. So from the notification bar, you can as well control the music, like pause or stop. So this is the start command of it. Can you see it? Whereby you can pause and you can stop the music from the notification manager. That's cool. Let's get to now look at the notification manager itself, where you have the action pause, the action play for the previous, the next, and stop. So you have ability, or you have the freedom to do that from the notification drawer, which is in your Android device. Now you have the pending intent for each one of them. You need to instantiate with a new intent to actually make it work. Start the notification. So they pause the notification and starts tracking the session to keep it updated. The notification will automatically be removed if the session is destroyed before it's called. So the notification must be updated after setting started to true. That's what this is doing. This also removes the notification and stops the tracking the session if the session was destroyed. This has no effect. This is to stop the notification. And we have the case when it's pause, it's going to call on the transport controls to pause method. Same thing goes for play, next, previous, and stop. Anyways, there's a lot to talk about, but because of time, I'll try to cut this tutorial short so that it won't get unduly long. You can play around with the source file. Now the manifest needs to lock in permissions here. For internet, for wake lock, for access Wi-Fi net state, for access network state. This Wi-Fi state is very important. Either for network and it's also for the Chromecast. Now you lock in the metadata for GMS car application and for GMS version. You lock in the main activity for music browsing on phone. That's for the UI music player. And use the interpreter to get the voice searches, like Plague the Beatles. So it actually uses the voice as well. It has the placeholder activity from the phone UI. This is a bountiful source file, which you can build on it. The proxy activity that opens either the now playing TV or the mobile UI, depending on the current environment. This is what this is doing. It actually supports Android TV user interface with this lean back launcher. And it's the TV vertical grid activity. So Android TV UI when playing a song. So you can use it with Android TV. It also uses the metadata to indicate which icon should be used in Android Auto Media Notification. For example, when the music changes and the user is looking at another app. Lock it now. Optionally, it uses this metadata to provide the theme from which Android Auto will look for colors. If you don't set this, Android Auto will look for color attributes in your application theme. So this is actually useful with wearables, with Android Auto, with Android mobile devices. Main music service, which is the service, the music service we talked about, that provides media browsing and media playback service to consumers through the media browser service and the media session. Consumers connect to it through this, through the media controller and so on. The options provider is also very important. Now for the full screen player activity, which shows controls and a set bar for the current playing music. This is a receiver that will receive media buttons and send as intent to your media browser service compact by implementing. This is required on Prairie Lollipop. This is a robust application. Look at the manifest, which I would like you to pick your hands on it. I'll be showing you a screencast of this particular video or this particular application. And I will also be uploading the source file to my Dropbox, and I'll be sharing the link. Pick up this video, pick up the source code, try to tweak on it. This is a music streaming from server, so you will have the freedom of including different kind of music, different kind of genre of music, different kind of album art, categories. Your JSON file is very important. This is the metadata of your content. So build according to the key value pairs you're seeing right there. Thank you very much for hanging out with me throughout this tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.